What's good, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the Xbox Elite 2 controller. This controller has been out for quite some time now, and we're hearing rumors that the third one is about to drop, if it hasn't already. As far as I know, it has not. But what we're going to talk about today is I made a video a long time ago here on the channel, and I had so many people, and it still happens to this day, so many people commenting, how do I get my controllers, no matter if it's Xbox, if it's PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, etc. How do I get them to connect so I can play Apex Legends, PUBG, etc., on my PC? So many people have problems with this, and what they fail to realize is you have to be inside of big picture mode before it will even take place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go back through and show you guys how to actually do the big picture mode, how to set up the Elite 2 controller, and we're going to talk about something else. Is that a lot of people are seeing that they have a different color light on the front of their controller right here, and everybody is concerned, should I ship it back to the actual company or Microsoft, whatever, to get a new one? Because a lot of people feels that there's something going on, like as far as factory wise, that their controller's messed up and it's having issues. Your controller is not messed up and there's no issues. But what I do want to remind you guys is anytime you pick up a brand new controller, they usually last about a year. We all know that. I mean, if you take really good care of it and you don't use it a lot like myself, because I'm not a controller player, then it'll last you quite some time. This controller has been around since the day that it dropped. So whatever day that's been, it's been way over a year. So I've actually got two of these, and they're fantastic. I've had no issues with any of them except this one here. And the only issue that I really have, which is kind of normal, is the right trigger. See how loud it is? This is the left one. So this one here is kind of sticky, whatever. So I may get one of my buddies to tear this one apart, just to kind of give it a little clean up or a little tune up, whatever it needs to fix it. Other than that, I've had no issues with it. But as far as this, we're going to talk about several different things. First thing I want to show you guys is how to actually set up one of these controllers. First thing you want to do is you want to go down here to the bottom of your little screen, and you're going to see a Microsoft little logo. Click on this Microsoft logo, and it's going to bring you to the Microsoft store. Up in the top right hand corner, click search, and you're going to type in Xbox accessories. There it is, and it's going to be the same thing as you would see on your Xbox if you own an Xbox. Whenever it pops up, it's going to look like this, and it's going to ask you to install it. It's totally free. Go ahead and install it. Now, as far as myself, I would just click launch. I already have this open, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and open it. Whenever you open it up, it's automatically going to show you your controller on the screen. Now, this is something else that I want to talk to you about. Most people don't know this, but you can actually buy what is called the Xbox wireless dongle. All right, these are about 25 bucks at your local GameStop. And whenever you pick these up, make sure you get the newer version, which is, this one is the newer version. They do have an older version out there, and it's just kind of tacky and just, you don't want to mess with it. But anyways, pick this up for about $25. As you see, I do not have to plug in the cable. And the next question is probably going to be is, what about if it dies? I promise you, I stream for sometimes up to 8 hours a day or longer, and it does survive. It's been a real one. I'm telling you, this battery is absolutely amazing. One thing about the Elite 2 controller is the battery pack was made into it. Now, with mine, I've actually went and done a little detail to it here. I actually took off the original back pedals, which actually look like this whenever you purchase it. They're actually smaller, thinner, and all that. I picked up some scuff ones from GameStop, and they just kind of fit my hand a little bit better. But I like the style, and I decided, since I'm sponsored by Fatal Grips, I would just go ahead and put a few little grips on top right there, and these will fit any of them, which it just kind of matches my blue and pink setup. Now, whenever you pick these controllers up, I need to remind you, please make sure when you have stores such as GameStop ask you, would you like to get the extended warranty on it? Please take the warranty or the insurance, whatever they call it. Reason being is it may cost you like an extra $13, but if you need to actually ship this back and get a new one, The way that it works is if you purchase it through Microsoft or another company, then you're going to go on a waiting list and it's going to take you forever. By the time you ship it off, wait for another one. It's just a long process. When you purchase this through GameStop, what's going to happen is you're going to pay the extra 13 bucks or whatever it is to get the warranty on it. And if something happens to it, I don't care if it's 1 day later, 20 days later, whatever, is GameStop is automatically going to take your controller and they are going to automatically right then and there order you a new one from their warehouse or order you one from Microsoft. But they're going to get you one and you're not going to go on that waiting list no matter what, because you're protected through that warranty and it is their job to go ahead and find some way, somehow to get you that controller. And it works, I promise you. The same thing happened with my PS5 when I first purchased it. And guess what? It burned out within a week of me having it. Yes, you're hearing me. 1 week, the PS5 burned out. And GameStop immediately, because I bought the warranty with it, they immediately got me a new one from the warehouse. So, you know what? It's totally worth it, I promise. All right, now, once you actually get this hooked up, if you do not have the wireless dongle like I was showing you, just go ahead and plug it in right here and run it straight to your computer. Now, this does have a Bluetooth on it, and if you don't know how to set up the Bluetooth, the only thing you would do is go down here by your Windows symbol. Just go ahead and click on it, and then click on the settings button, and it's going to pop up right here. And then you're just going to go in to your devices. And once devices comes up right here, just make sure you turn your Bluetooth, you know, on or off, whatever. And then whenever you do, click right here, add a Bluetooth device, and it's going to say Bluetooth. And then it's going to start looking for one. So that's all you'll have to do. So just go in there and hook up your Bluetooth and go like that way. But I would recommend you plug it in the Type-C cable, because the new ones do have the Type-C, thank God. Plug it into your PC and we'll go ahead and start right here. And you're going to go in and it has 3 lights on it, as you can see. These 3 lights that are right here in the middle of the controller is what profile you want it on. You can actually set this up. So let's say, for example, mine is set up because I share it with my wife. She likes it to be one way and I like it to be a different way. So instead of having to go through there and change it all over again, you don't have to do that. All you've got to do is just choose whatever profile you want it on by clicking that little button right there. And it changes the light. That's profile 2, profile 3, and then back to 1. And if you look on the screen as I, click on it, it's, changing like different pictures. So there's number 2, there's number 3, so like it's just different stuff. So it's kind of cool, but I do run profile number 1, which is up on the screen right now. This one is mine. Now, another thing I want to show you is once you go into configure, you can actually go into up here. So let's say, for example, this one here is going to go to number 1. All right. And then you're just going to figure out which one you want where. So this one will be slot number 2 once you get them set up. And then slot number 3. So that's the only thing that happens right there. So once you get that done, it says, what do you want to name this profile? Just, whatever. You can go to this one right here. Do the same thing. What do you want to name this profile? And you can recopy it and make another copy, but I wouldn't suggest that. So anyways, put it on whatever one you want and ride out with it. All right, now we're going to back out. And this is what I want to show you is, first off, let me go back in here. So we go to my profile. If you click on the little pencil, if you go over to brightness, you see that you can make the Xbox light on the controller brighter, right? And it's clear. Got vibration, which I keep all of mine turned off, triggers, all of that. So here's something that I want to actually talk to you about. So on here, this one's actually supposed to be 10. I think we got them mixed up. All right, so on here, this is actually going to be a situation to where I'm going to show you that on this Xbox controller, when I just showed you how the brightness went up and down, Xbox did not show you that there was different color lights on the controller. But as you see here, we have a clear light right now. Why? Because we're inside of the Xbox app. And that's what it's letting you know, like, hey, you're in Xbox because we're on clear. Now, let's just pretend that we're done with the Xbox app. We've already set it up. It automatically goes over to blue and everybody says, why? All right, now this is where it gets in. I'm going to show you how to actually set your controller up so you can play no matter what type of controller it is. It does not have to be this. It can be your PS5 controller. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your Steam, all right? So let's say that you play on Steam. All right, this is your library. You're getting ready to do your thing. First off, go up here to the top right-hand corner. Do you see like where it shows your name and your balance and all that? There's going to be a little box here. It says Big Picture Mode. All right, I need you to click on the Big Picture Mode. It's going to come up just like this when you do it. Big Picture Mode is what Xbox players or PlayStation, any controller player has to play in. All right, now we're going to go click on the settings wheel. And it's going to look a little tacky because it's big, but I promise you it's all going to work out, okay? Now, once you get in that mode, you're actually going to come over to controller settings. And you're going to check the box on which controller that you want. All right. And make sure, like I don't play on a Switch Pro. I don't use a generic gamepad. If you do, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes I use a PlayStation controller, and the guide button focuses Steam. Just leave that checked. But once in a blue moon, do I use a PlayStation controller. And mostly I only keep it plugged up just to run my earbuds for sound. That's honestly it. Because I'm not a good controller player. All right, so I always check both. Xbox configuration support and the Xbox extended feature support. This is where the different colors come in at. So make sure that you check off Xbox extended feature support. It may ask you to go ahead and restart. You can choose to do it at a later time. I always just click later instead of saying, hey, yes, I want to go ahead and do that now. Once that happens, look right down here. The controllers that's being detected right now on my Steam account is the Xbox One Elite controller, and this is Xbox One Elite 2 controller. If you click this, you'll be able to see where it says Preferences right here at the top. Click on Preferences. Here's where the color comes in at. You can name it anything you want. You can name this the Trippy controller. It doesn't matter, whatever your name is. Rumble preference, I keep on. Now, let's take a look at the light. Here we go. This is going to show proof. The light is changing colors, as you guys see, as I go across this bar. All right. There we go. So it goes like green, yellow, orange, red, all of that. So you choose the color that you want. I usually stick about right, let's see, is it there? I usually stick about right there. And it gives me that nice blue color. Sometimes I'll run pink, which is that one, or purple. As of right now, I have been rocking out the cool blue one over here. I don't know what it is with me and this blue one, but we've kicked it off on a good level, and I like it. So anyways, that's where that comes in at. Your controller light brightness, keep it turned up. Your controller light saturation, I keep it turned up. Once you're done, you just go ahead and hit submit. Now, at the bottom, once again, it's going to tell you that your controller is being detected. You're ready to go. So go ahead and hit that back button up here for me, this arrow. Hit the back button again, and you're going to come to this. Now you're actually going to click right here and click on Exit Big Picture. Now you're back to your normal menu, and here's your Steam, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can load up something simple here. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'll do this. All right, I'm going to load up Apex Legends just for 1 second, and then I'm going to go load up Fortnite. Those are on totally two separate, things there. So when I do this, it's actually going to show you guys that this isn't just a Steam thing. This is anywhere you want to use that controller. But first off, you need to make sure that you set it up with Steam. That way it stays detected inside of your PC. Steam will automatically keep it detected for you and keep it looking smooth and sharp. You ain't got all that skeepiness in there. And if you're using one of these, this thing does not throw you off, lag out, after a few minutes or whatever. It actually stays in there and everything stays really, really smooth. And I've had no issues with it. Like, that's the legit truth. All right, so we're going to go to the firing range. Yes, this is my mouse at the moment, okay? Now, we are going to take the controller, all right? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive on in to the firing range as soon as it throws me in there. And I'm going to show you, I don't remember which, this is profile 1, so I don't remember which way it's actually set up, so I may just cause myself to trip and fall or whatever, but we're going to see how the controller turns out in the firing range. And then we'll test out just a little bit of Fortnite or whatever. I just may go to the lobby and show you guys like, hey, this controller's working. But it's super easy, super simple. Let's get started in the firing range. All right, here we go. Both hands up. Got the controller going. All right, I was just testing it to see what's what. That one's punching. All right, that one shoots. Let's get this one here. All right, that's the shoot button. That's a health kit button. So, controller's looking good. I don't have any kind of lag issues with it, as you see. Works perfect, guys. I'm just used to keyboard and mouse, just to be honest with you. There's honestly no other reason as to why I would rather not just play on keyboard and mouse. Just being honest with you guys. I just kind of got used to it, and I love keyboard and mouse, but this controller does not have no lag. It does not have no jerk to it. As you see, it is absolutely smooth. Now, we're going to go ahead and we are going to return to the lobby. As you've seen, the controller buttons actually popped up there. So, 100%, that was all controller. Now, what I'm going to do, if you look right here, you can see, well, it was there. You can actually, all right, let me see if I can do it again. Alright, so if you look right here, it shows the back button and all the other Xbox controllers and all of that. So you can actually see that this is controller. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to exit to desktop. And now I'm going to go over here and I am going to load up Epic Games. We're going to see what Fortnite does with this same controller. No settings, no nothing has been changed. Now, this is something that I will say about the controller deal. Is, for example, if you go into the Xbox accessories location and you set this controller up to be your, for example, your Fortnite, or excuse me, your Apex, controller, then when you get inside of Fortnite and all of your, you start shooting or everything starts happening totally the different way, it's because of the way that you set it up. It's not because the controller is going absolutely crazy. It's just all in what you done. So, let's go ahead and jump in here. By the way, guys, if you do play Fortnite or you purchase any type of games or anything from the Epic Store, hey, don't forget to use code TrippyMELMEL. It's right here. I greatly appreciate all the support. It does help out. And also, if you're new to my channel, because there's about 50% of you guys that do not watch that watch my content and you're not subscribed, I greatly appreciate it if you guys would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying today's content, please do not forget to drop a like on the video. It's very helpful. All right. Now, did you see that the way that I had this set up, my buttons are totally different inside of here. So what I would have to do is try to figure out which way, is which. Like the A button is the A button, but it told me to hit B to close out. And B did not close me out. Alright, so now they got the move quiet as a whisper and silence the opponent with razor sharp precision. Okay, so they got a new character. So see, it wants me to close out, but the B button doesn't. But if we hit this, it takes us back. And we hit these down here, we go back. So you got to remember, it's all in the way that you have it set up, okay? So we're using the controller to go through it here to check things out. There's your skin you guys can pick up. She looks pretty sharp. She's got a bunch of tattoos all over. By the way, if you guys go and purchase something from GameStop related to Fortnite, don't forget to keep your receipt because you will get a code to get the gold hamburger, which is going to be a rare item coming up inside of Fortnite. Alright, let's see what we got here. All right, we got her. She does change colors as you just seen. There it is. All right, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed me showing you how to actually use your controller. But with that being said, hope you guys have a great day. If you got any questions, drop it below in the comment section for me. I'll do my best to get back to you and answer all the questions to help you guys out. But other than that, that's all I have. Get out there, rock it out with your controllers. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.